Target CEO says woke capitalism great for the brand and the right thing for society. Some targeted stores have been forced by the corporation to move LGBTQ merchandise from the front of the store amid outrage. Targeted CEO said in a recent interview that woke capitalism is great for the brand and the right thing for society. But with the corporation's image and bottom line at stake, the retail chain seems to have changed its tune. Targeted CEO Brian Cornell made the comment during an interview on Fortune's Leadership Next podcast on May 17, days before the retail chain became the target of outrage from the customers and online backlash over its June Pride Month collection this year, which includes turkey-friendly women's bathing suits for transgender people, gender fluid mugs, and LGBTQ rainbow themed clothing for children. Cornell was asked to address the backlash to woke corporate campaigns, which has caused an uproar among conservative consumers and recently embroiled brands like Bud Light, Nike, and Disney. I think those are just good business decisions, and it's the right thing for society, and it's the great thing for a brand, Cornell said. The thing we have done from a DEA diversity, equity, and inclusion standpoint, it's adding value, he continued. It's helping us drive sales, it's building greater engagement with both our teams and our guests. And those are just the right thing for our business today. Len, last week, after the release of the podcast, targeted women's style lawsuits that advertise turkey friendly construction to hide male genitalia went viral, angering some customers and igniting outrage online. In the days since, customers have laid into the brand for its pride displays in stores across the country, particularly the display of pride-themed children's items and a baby onassis which have echoed many customers. The reactions seemingly warranted targeted management, who took emergency action Friday directing some managers and district senior directors to tamp down the pride sections in their stores over fears of recreating a Bud Light situation. Tuesday, citing a targeted insider. The insider, who has worked at retailer for almost 2 decades, told that some southern Target stores, mostly in rural areas of the South, were forced by the corporation to move LGBTQ pride merchandise away from the front of their locations to avoid the kind of backlash Bud Light has received in recent weeks after using a transgender influence in a promotional campaign. We're giving 36 hours to take all our pride stuff, the entire sections, and move it into a section that's a third the size. From the front of the store to the back of the store, you can't have anything on mannequins or no large signage, the insider said. We can all customers guesses there is a outrage on their part. This year, it is just exponentially more than any other year, the targeted insider continued. I think given the current situation with Bud Light, the company is terrified of a Bud Light situation. The insider said Target rarely makes such hasty decisions. They said Friday's emergency call began with roughly 10 minutes on how to deal with team member safety because of the amount of backlash the brighter merchandise has generated, noting that targeted asset protect and corporate security teams were present on the call. The call was super quickie and was 15 minutes. The first 10 minutes was about how to keep your team safe and not having to advocate for target. The last 5 was move this to the back, take down the mannequins, and remove the signage. The insider said, noting that bathing suits have replaced Pride merchandise in front of the store displays despite Pride Month not even starting until June 1. Fox News Digital has confirmed ruble Target stores in South Carolina, Arkansas, and Georgia are among the locations to move the Pride sections. Most rank and file employees were left in the dark, with many not knowing the Pride sections would be moved until they noticed it themselves. Pride merchandise remains prominently displayed at other locations and on the Target website. Fox News reached out to the corporation asking if there was a change in internal policy over their backlash and whether Cornell still stands by his earlier comments on DEA initiatives. Target did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment.